I think that recording the way we've done today is a really unique experience. I mean, normally we're in a studio. I mean, I recorded my latest album, Brand New Day. It was recorded in Nashville. All the instrumental stuff was done in Nashville, and I was in Australia. And I did the vocals in Australia, and bits and pieces were added. And the title track was actually recorded separately, over the oceans over a period of time as well. And, it's how things are done. Technology is so great these days that we can, I didn't actually have to see my producer. He was probably really relieved about that, but I didn't have to see my producer at all in the production of this album. We just worked remotely, which was fantastic. However, there is something incredibly special about being in a room together and connecting musically. And I think there's a whole lot of levels of listening and connection that actually happen when you play live and record live that is so much harder to get otherwise, transferred to a recording. And I think you bounce off each other and you're watching each other, and an energy is developed within the music. And I think that's an incredible experience. So it's so great to have this opportunity to record live like that. The instrumental piece, Sunday, was written quite a few years ago. I can't even remember when it was written. It's probably about 15 years ago. And it's actually interesting. I haven't ever recorded it. I've played it live quite a lot, and people have quite an incredible response to it. The story behind Sunday, I think, is probably the most significant thing, because people probably wonder, well, how can an instrumental piece be an inspirational piece inspired by God? It hasn't got any lyric. You're not telling me the story of God in it. However, this song is actually this piece of music is very story-based, and it's actually written inspired by the Easter story, in particular the women walking to the tomb. And that's the first part, sort of the part A of the piece, when they're quite reflective and there's grief and they're a little lost. There's still beauty there. They're still touched by God, but they're wondering what's next. And then the next part of the piece is where they realise that the tomb is empty, and almost this recollection of what Jesus has said, all suddenly coming back. And then the joy and the exhilaration and the energy that then came from that, as the disciples over the next while realised that Jesus had risen.